Hey, Avery. Why was the robot angry?
Why?
Because someone kept pushing its buttons.
Really, Evelyn? Really?
Yeah.
That joke's annoying.
Well, sorry. I was just trying to add a little humor into the video. Today, we're going to be learning
Basic sensors! When using the NXT, you have multiple sensors to choose from. You can use the light sensor, the color sensor, the touch sensor, and the ultrasonic sensor. What one should we use today? Let's use the touch sensor.
Well, we better get our NXT program up. Okay, so we need to make the robot stop when it hits a wall.
So the first thing we need is a move block. They can be found right up here. Once you drag it onto the sequence beam, you need to click on it to edit the parameters.
When you get to the parameters, go to the duration section and select unlimited. This will make your robot go forever. That way, it won't stop until it hits the wall.
Then you need a wait block. They can be found right here. Once you drag it onto the sequence beam, click on it to edit the parameters. Here, you can change what kind of sensor it will use. By default, it should be set to touch sensor, but you can make sure right here.
Okay, so now we need to select which port your sensor is plugged into. If you do this incorrectly, your sensor won't do anything.
That would be problematic.
Then you need to select what the touch sensor is sensing. If you select pressed, it will sense when the touch sensor is pressed. If you select released, it will sense the opposite. If you select bumped, it will select when the button is released after it was been pressed. We're going to do pressed, but you can mess around with all of the other ones later.
The last thing you need to do is select another move block, but make this one stop. You can do that over here.
So, to mount it, we're going to make this little thing. This will make it easier to sense the wall when it actually touches it. And here is how you build it. So now that you've built the little pushy-mabob, link for the instructions in the description below, you need to learn how to connect it to your robot. So we need to use an amazing cord. First we need to put it into the back of the sensor. It should click in and you won't be able to pull it out without pushing down the little tab thingy. Then we need to put the other end into port 1 for the sensor ports. Then these two little pegs need to go in these two little holes right here on the front of the robot. And then the cord you can just wrap around or do whatever you like with that. And voila!
Now you should try downloading and running that program. You should try running it with something like a wall in its path, so then it will stop at the wall.
If done right, it should stop when it hits the wall.
And it was much rejoicing.
Yeah.